Hello guys, this is Becca. My air conditioner may click on while I'm talking because I do have it on. It's pretty warm here today. But I have some happy mail. Not this here, I just got this covering the address. I got some mail. I haven't read the note yet. But I did open it because I had ordered some stuff from Amazon. And I thought maybe this was that. But it wasn't. So let me see here if there's a note. It says, "Dear Becca, I am so grateful for all your kindness you showed me. I feel truly blessed. Thank you so much. Love, your friend, Donna." And that is from Just Donna Maria here on YouTube. And guys, look what I got. She sent me a beautiful puzzle. Oh my word. It's a 500 piece. And look, it's the old truck. It's not a red one, it's a blue one. I don't care what color the old truck is. I love the old truck. Oh, thank you so much, Donna. It's called Country Life, Songbirds on the Farm. Oh, I love it. There's the barn back there and birds everywhere and beautiful flowers. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This will definitely be the puzzle that I work on next when I get the one I'm working on now complete. Thank you, Donna. I love it. Oh, it's so pretty. Just look. I just love, love, love it. Thank you so much. But that ain't all she got. Look at here. This says, "A sweet friendship refreshes the soul." Okay, let's see what we have here. Oh, how pretty. Oh, how pretty. And I love coffee cups. See, Macy? Macy's wanting to see what it is. I love coffee cups. I drink coffee all the time. This is awesome. Again, it says, like I read on the box, "A sweet friendship refreshes the soul." And it has beautiful flowers on it. On this side, it has Proverbs 27:9 with one flower. I'm going to look that scripture up when I get off of here to see exactly what it's saying and talking about. I love this. This is beautiful. I love the way the inside's green. That is gorgeous. Thank you so much, Donna. I love it. You didn't have to do that. But I love it. Thank you for it so much. Love, love, love it. Yes. That's going to be my special cup. And I'm going to work on that. Thank you so much, Donna. I love it. You couldn't have made me any happier. And I really needed it today. I needed it. Oh, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I decided, well, first off, I have been watching different ones on the craft channel here. Show things that they purchased from a thrift store that they could craft with. And I got this big notion that I wanted to get out and go to the thrift store, which I was not going by myself. And, but I just could not make myself ask my husband to take me. I couldn't muster up the courage to leave the house. And so I never did even mention it to him. So this morning he got up and said, "We don't have a thrift store in the town we live in. We have to go 30 minutes away there's 2 different towns in different directions that's 30 minutes away that has thrift stores that I know of. There may be another one also going in another direction, but I don't know that they have a thrift store, but they probably do. But anyway, I never could muster up the courage to to say I would leave the house and go and ask my hubby to take me. But then this morning he got up and he said, I need to go to Tractor Supply and get some wiring so I can finish the fencing I'm wanting to do. And so I didn't say anything when he said that. I thought about it, and I was trying to get up the courage to tell him that I wanted to go with him. And I never did. So he come through. Before he left, he said, and he kissed me. He said, I'm going to run on to Tractor Supply. Because, see, he's used to me not ever going anywhere. So, and he knows that I feel like if he asks me every time that I think he expects me to go, And so he's got to where most of the time he'll just tell me he's going, and kiss me, tell me goodbye, and not ask me to go with him. Because that's the way I like it. It's just me. And, but anyway, when he told me, he said, I'm going to run to Tractor Supply and pick up some wiring so I can finish the fence. And I said, you are? And he knew, I hesitated, and I don't usually do that. He said, yeah, you want to go? I said, well, I've been wanting to go to the thrift store. He says, well, come on, ride with me. And when he said that, my anxiety just peaked. And I said, no, I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to go. I'm just going to stay here. He said, no, come on, go with me. I said, no, I'm just going to stay here. So he said it 2 or 3 times, and then he just said, come on now and go with me. And he walked out the door. And so when he walked out, I said, well, I might as well go because I won't be satisfied until I've went. Because I was wanting to go look for some magazines. That's my main thing I wanted to go look for, was for some old magazines that I could cut up and use crafting. And I've seen a lot of people get good magazines for cheap prices, at the thrift stores. And so I said, okay, you're going. So I jumped up and ran, finished, my last minute things I have to do before I leave the house. And so I went and got ready and went and got in the truck, and we was about halfway there, and I told him, I said, okay, I'm ready to go home. I said, I've had enough. I'm ready to go home. We hadn't even made it to the town yet. And which he and I both knew he wasn't going to turn around. We was done halfway there, but I just said it, because I was ready to go home. And so we went on, and so I thought, well, when we first got in the truck, I said, we're not going to be very long, are we? And he said, no. So I thought, well, I will have him drop me off at the thrift store. He can go on and get the wire. I can be shopping while he's getting the wire. By the time he gets back, I'll be ready to go, and we won't be gone as long doing it that way. But then, when I thought of that, my anxiety peaked again. And I thought, what if something happens to the truck? Because he has an old truck. I said, what if something happens to the truck and he can't get back to me quick enough? And so I didn't mention it. But then we was almost to the store, and he told me, he said, I'm going to drop you off at the store. I'll go on and get the wire and then come back and get you. He said, that way we won't be as long. Same thing I thought in my mind. So since he said it, I said, okay. So he got there, he let me out, and he went on to Tractor Supply. Well, I get in there, and I go straight back to where the books are and where I thought magazines would be. And I was looking around, and I found this pouch here, plastic pouch, and I needed a new pouch for my stickers. I have so many stickers now that I have this full, and I have this container full. So I thought maybe I could start filling this one up now. So I really wanted one this size where I could just put them all in it, but I didn't see one this size. But I found this one, and I thought it was pretty. This neon pink color. I thought it was really pretty, so I picked it up. That was the first thing I found. No. This was the first thing I found. This right here is Atlas of Mississippi. And I thought, it looks fairly new. And I thought, well, I can use this for background pages. You know, for my backgrounds in my junk journals and stuff like that. I can make pockets out of it. And, you know, who's going to use an atlas anymore? We have phones now. So I picked that up first. Then I saw this. Then I went over. I kept looking and the rolls of books. I was in the very back corner, in the corner, where there was a wall here and a wall here. And I was standing here looking at this shelf here. And I was standing there, and I found several books that I thought I could use. And being me, being who I am, and having anxiety, the longer I stood there looking through those books, the more I got to thinking, what am I doing here? Why am I spending my time here? They don't really have things that I'm wanting, but look how beautiful this is. Great images to use in junk journaling, but I'm standing there and I'm thinking, they don't really have anything. I found this, and it's called my first journal, and I can decorate, cover the front of it and cover the inside. I can cover the back so it won't have that on it. Cover the inside of the back if I want to. And it's all blank pages. A perfect journal. Perfect. So I was looking through the books, and I had several picked out. But there was no sign saying how much they were. And I was thinking, what if these cost a lot of money? And I don't want to spend a lot of money on things. And so my anxiety started peaking, and I'm thinking, why did I even come? I should have stayed home. And because I couldn't find no magazines nowhere, so I said, well, I'm going to go up front. I'm going to ask them how much the books are and how much this is, and ask them if they have any magazines. So I put back several other books that I had pulled out that I talked myself out of because of anxiety. And I took these up there, and I asked her how much the books were, and she seen what I had, and she said, all of that is $3. You can have all that for $3. I said, okay. I said, do you have any magazines? She said, no. When magazines come in, we throw them away. And guys, what thrift store doesn't have magazines? I was so disappointed because that was the main thing I was talked myself into getting out of the house for, was to go look for old magazines. None. So I said, okay. I said, I'm going to leave this sitting right here because hubby hadn't made it back yet. So I said, I'm going to leave this sitting right here, and I'm going to go look some more. And she said, okay. So I left that up there at the cash register. So I went back and was looking again. And I was back in that corner. And I found a couple of books. And I found this one. And I thought this would be some good images to use, for junk journals and stuff like that. So I had this one, and I was looking through some other ones, and I was standing there looking, and about 3 people walk up behind me. And, we're in the corner. There's a wall here and a wall here. And I'm standing right here looking at this shelf right at the corner. And about 3 people walked up behind me, and they was looking at the shelf over here. and apparently wanted something that was right in that corner. And I'm standing there, and my anxiety is peaking, getting higher and higher. And one of the people actually was so close to me that I could almost feel them breathing on me. You know, they reached over into the corner to get something they wanted off the shelf instead of waiting until I got through. But my anxiety got so bad with them there that I picked up this one book and I walked away. I couldn't handle it. My insides was just quivering. I just couldn't handle it. So I walked away and left them there in that corner, and I went and walked back around the store because hubby still wasn't back at the store yet. And so I walked around and went back to the books. By that time, they were gone. I went back to the books, and I was just standing there killing time, you know, just looking. And so I texted hubby, and I said, "How long?" And so I just kept standing there looking at the books, waiting for him to text me back. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't but about a minute. And he come walking around the corner. So he had already made it there by the time I had texted how long. He was probably getting out of the truck at the time I texted how long, because he was just right. But that minute felt like forever. It felt like forever. And I know that when he walked around that corner, I looked like a wild person, because I know my eyes must have been big. And I looked at him and I said, "Get me out of here. Get me out of here." And so we took off up front and got up there to pay. And I had asked him, did he have any cash? But, you know, I don't have cash because I don't go out shopping. I do all my shopping online. And he said, "Well, I only have $2. I said, "Well, what I've got," I said, "I have some books up front too." I said, it should be under $5. He said, "Well, I only have 2. So we get up there, and he asked me, he said, "You don't have any cash?" I said, "No, I don't keep cash. I don't need cash. I don't go nowhere to use cash. I have none. Not even a penny. I don't have cash." And he pulled out his wallet and he said, "Well, I only have $2. And she had already said that it would be like $3 and something. I didn't even hear the amount of cents, you know. It was $3 and something. And I looked at her and I said, "Well, do you take a card?" And she said, "Sure." And so hubby was fixing to pull his card out so she could ring it up. She said, "How much did you say you had?" He says, "I only have $2. She said, "I'll take it. So just give me $2. Don't worry about it." He said, "You sure?" She said, "Yeah, just..." So I paid $2 for all this. That was one good thing out of the deal. But when we got outside, headed towards the truck, I told my husband, I said, "This is why I don't get out of the house. This is why I don't go shopping. I cannot handle this. I cannot take this. This has been enough of shopping to do me for a year. I won't have to leave the house for a year." And guys, I was in such a shape by the time I got out of that store. All I could think of is get me home. I was so glad when we drove up in the parking lot. I mean in the yard here at the house. I was so glad to see my house. And that's why it is not worth what I have to go through to get out and go. I don't get enough of benefit of what I find and what I get and what I'm doing. Doesn't give me enough of benefit to overrule that anxiety. And that by the time I got home, my insides was like mush. It was like jelly or slime or whatever you want to call it. Like it was just, it was awful. It was totally awful. And like I told him, that's all I need. I've had enough. That did me for a year. The rest of my shopping will be online. That did me for a year. I don't think I will be going back out shopping for quite a long while. And unless you have anxiety, and unless you deal with situations like that, you don't understand where I'm coming from. It is horrible, guys. To me, it's not worth what I have to go through for the little bit of benefit that I get of going. Now, maybe if they had tons of magazines that had beautiful illustrations that I thought, oh, this would be great for crafting, then it might have been a little bit more worth it. But it wasn't. They didn't, and it wasn't. But I had some happy mail when I got home, and that helped my feelings. I am going to drink out of my cup tonight. Yes, we have coffee every night after supper, and sometimes in the afternoon, mid-afternoons, we drink coffee, which I may go get a cup just to be able to use my cup. And every morning I drink 2 or 3 cups of coffee. Yes, I'm a coffee addict. I love my coffee. But thank you so much, Donna, and thank y'all for listening to me. I don't know, I felt like maybe if I talked about it, you know, told somebody about how I was feeling, maybe it would help me to kind of calm down. And I'm just now feeling like that my insides is kind of, the quivering is kind of stopped a little bit. It's not completely gone, but I do feel it kind of easing off and calming down. But guys, I'm telling you, I probably looked like a wild woman when my husband come around that corner, because I felt wild. I felt like I have got to get out of here. It was awful. So that's my little tale for the day. That's my beautiful happy mail. Thank you, Donna. And the little bit that I found at the thrift store. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you will come back and see what other crazy tales I might have to tell you. Hey, it wasn't just a tale, it was true. That happened today. Ask my husband. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. And again, Donna, thank you so much. I love it. I love the puzzle. I love the cup. And I'll think about you every time I drink a cup of coffee. And when I'm putting this puzzle together, I'll think about you. And I really, really appreciate it. I needed it today. I needed it. It come the right time. Okay, guys. Talk with you later. Bye.